Wabutreha, ya, say dene. Kenya emrenim fua, when a quarter war emrenimu, a potokasemu, yakase a lawyer for, and Timinianoma, Mumian for immigration in Semina, and called Dynamo, Wisemart Solicitors, Wisemart Solicitors, emrenimu could draw for Wisemart Solicitors. So what's na hache, Ombe Bwama Saka on Krata, Naswedi Dronsua, a Yomokokra, a banini passitnemu, any ejumemun sembia, Omudimu Akotenipa, Omu the many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For enquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchinie ebidi de biye.
Atrema kasa toto emfashema erade kaso na manya imase
Ghana for Wabutreha ya say dene Kenya emrenim fua when akwatare wo emrenimu a poto kasemu yakase a lawyer for entimianianoma mumiyam for immigration in Semina enko dan womo Wisemart Solicitors Wisemart Solicitors emrenimu akuku draw for Wisemart Solicitors so what's na hache ombeboa wo ma wonsaka won krata na swedi edronso a eyomokokokra eba ni nipa sitinemu ani ejumemu nsembia omudimu akotenepa omu omre di many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For enquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchinie ebidi de biye.
Atrema kasa toto emfashema erade kaso na manya imase
Ghana for Wabutreha ya say dene Kenya emrenim fua when akwatare wo emrenimu a poto kasemu yakase a lawyer for entimianianoma mumiyam for immigration in Semina enko dan womo Wisemart Solicitors Wisemart Solicitors emrenimu akuku draw for Wisemart Solicitors so what's na hache ombeboa wo ma wonsaka won krata na swedi edronso a eyomokokokra eba ni nipa sitinemu ani ejumemu nsembia omudimu akotenepa omu omre di many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For enquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772-439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E83DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Atrema, Cassato and Fashima, Eradicaso Namania.
Ghana for our butcher, ya, say then, Kenya emrenim for when a quarter war emrenimo, Potokas emu, Yakase, a lawyer for, and Timiniano, Mumian for immigration in seminar, and could die one more. Wisemart Solicitors, Wisemart Solicitors, emrenimo could draw for Wisemart Solicitors. So what's now, Ombe Bwama Saka on Krata, Naswedi Dronsua, a Yomokokra, a Banini Passitnemu, any Ejumemun Sembia, Omudimu Akotenipa, Omu the many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E83DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Atrema, Cassato and Fashima, Eradicaso Namania.
Ghana for our butcher, ya, say then, Kenya emrenim for when a quarter war emrenimo, Potokas emu, Yakase, a lawyer for, and Timiniano, Mumian for immigration in seminar, and could die one more. Wisemart Solicitors, Wisemart Solicitors, emrenimo could draw for Wisemart Solicitors. So what's now, Ombe Bwama Saka on Krata, Naswedi Dronsua, a Yomokokra, a Banini Passitnemu, any Ejumemun Sembia, Omudimu Akotenipa, Omu the many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E83DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Atrema, Cassato and Fashima, Erade kaso na manya imase.
Ghana for wa portray ha ya say dene. Kenya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom mum yemfa yi immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akuku drofo Wisemart Solicitors se watna ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edro nso a eyo mo kokokra eba ne nipa setena mu eni adwuma mu nsem bia omudi mu akotene pa omo wo mre di mani pa bia Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahini fuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Good evening, welcome to Legal Matters. This is DJ KB, Top Online Radio UK. I believe you are well. Today is another Wednesday. Nyamiadom, Wisemart Solicitors. Odoma becheyen. Say name to us on our Yusia and Grata Sem and Ransom. Now to be a mode Ebreo. I believe you are well. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, also on our website, toponlinestation.com. You can also listen to us on the radio mobile app that you can get from the website as well, toponlinestation.com. Please, when you come online, the same rules. If you have any questions, you can, throughout the interview, wait me type your question or Facebook comment section or na mekai ama na lawyer wisdom wa we are normal kama. Take note. But all baswa no I share the program no na others so etimi TV. One when you say enkrata asem de ehia okontuni bia say ehia wa ebe hia obi. Onipa bi, onua bi, oyiri bi, ukunu bi, umma bi. Enti ehia pa say oba no I share na ofroswati no mo so bitimi TV. And then you be share switching options available to limited visa holders. So say ni bebre obi ana e kwan of aso de ba abruchire. Bebre no a dependent no say obi ode no ho na what depending on what tire no ho afa what tire no ho. So oyo ukunu oyo oyire ana say obi ono obi okuta working visa na wo ye ni kunu na yire. Na say obi okuta working visa na wo ye ni ba under 18 nyina ka dependent no na bre no ni be complain say omofa sa akwan no so bedru UK hanom a enema ebi wa enema no entimi nsi so say nka expectations no entimi nko ni yesa na ehia say omutumi esesa enema mu na no na ye behwe say options be no say obi a dependent, family dependent, skilled worker dependent. Options ben or what obitimi they are switching from dependent status no. I call a different dependent. Be crown on one bit me about dinner home. I feel no one depending obia. And this topic is very, very important the for and Tishano so Obaswana wash na amforce etimi abetibi. Joe, whether Yamiasi lawyer wisdom were ready. A lawyer when I'm say what teach basa bu bepa to say or casawa beboom or ya dear pa enti and I heard the besniako Lawyer Wisdom, welcome to Top Online Radio UK. Legal Matters. Pacho, Wisemart, what is saying?
Adum bibia boko wonso oho te sen
Nyame adom. Send ya meti ami tobi den say nyame adom ho ye. Ai mitimi kasa mitimi didi enti chese me ho ye. Yo, yeda nyame ase. Lawyer, sa topic we ehia pa because sometimes questions in almost for radio hanom na me dan na afi no mesimasa menya lawyer. And some of the typical questions I are never na bini say omo me dependent. Omo be drop ruchiri ha. Na ebi wono mo a asem timi anwonwo last week I just say obi a men kan kwachi no obi aka say me na asem aba abusuafo obi de obi aba o independent afi emrapa lawyer wo hia ma no say opa chese avage say adwuma bi a obaby an fa sika no emre no na determine say no be say you sika no ene ma ne bi ani etan enti lawyer yesro ene nwumre dependent for here mo apa ne wo futu say obi a dependent okuta limited with whatever visa or live as a dependent options ben na wo ho ma no a obetimi switch free dependent status no e dey call a different visa status bi kra na betimi mo no ade no ho lawyer boy
papa meda sibiom ai da etiofo so asese enyumre so jane dia chen a obi a ewo align so
amen
papa say a very important topic na here discussing because I don't say you came run from time to time you are normal be a crime be to her na amanfo timi afa so edi aba unfortunately I am say be a crime is na na even more abuse the privileges no another chance no and say say this health and care we are home office edi by because of the COVID-19 and EU Brexit Emma EU for bebre esanko hokrom nti Emma vacancy bebre ebeda ho in the health and care sector no eno ntina home office ana aban na ebi ekwan to say we will be wo the experience in the health and care sector nurses healthcare workers etc so doctors betime aba be yeduma nipa bebre edit and profo ebaye na companies bebre edit and profo ebaye now, answer no deal be no. Yeah, na so unya be a friend of sponsorship license from the home office. In other words, who are we a company? No, we are the sponsor. Now, would you be about what recruit you be from outside area? We and that never brings to air battle. Almost dependence. And now who can for account omo edi ebaye. And no, and near si dependent actually say near oka wo ho any wo buy no no any wo dependent now dependents can be either uyire and wo any wo mano mo these are dependents now bebre aba krom hanon no unfortunately papa wo buy no na employers ni bi say ejuma anyhow now say ejuma anyhow main applicants ni be ya it means that they are not being compliant, the employer is not being compliant with home office requirements for employing somebody to be in the UK. And the about home office are revoking a lot of the licenses for the care homes. The very recent, I think 2 or 3 days ago, the home office has revoked their license. And then the entire way, revocation is a no why who as a carer, a care home, also or supply care workers to another care company.
Wow.
In other words, to say
a recruitment agency.
Yes. Instead of becoming the main sponsor, an agency to supply workers to another care company and a home office for a call company and then they talk to the employees. And the employees said all that there was to say. And some of them said they thought set the other company rather than for the company that had a sponsorship license from the Home Office. And don't say Home Office also and I'll revoke it license. No. And so sure, a lot of things are going on in the care sector, the health and care sector, which has created so many problems. And a lot of sponsorship licenses have been revoked. Now, sponsorship license is revoked, and then automatically that will affect the COS. Now, yeah, the with the buyer. I know not among the main applicants and the dependents not will be stranded. So this is a problem in the system. We are always thinking of options and ways media boy amount for they found themselves in such a situation. It's a very important topic we want us to look at this evening. Switching. And to make sure to say, is it possible for the main applicant to switch from the sponsor to another sponsor? Yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes. So we are main applicants will buy with we ukno and now we any ma and now ukno and now we mumpen and mwaba. Na se company with the they don't have work for you. A Germany ho and I revoke your license and poor you who is the main applicant, you are able to switch from that company to another company. Now, when you dependent no more switchy, no more to me at was so aye a juma at nakrum ha aye juma. So very important. It is possible for the main applicant to switch. Now, or switch here as a set or switch with the dependent because near meeting is a dependent me it's not back so not the main applicant according to the new sponsorship. So don't put yourself at risk. Don't expose yourself to risk because remember, as a sponsor, audio buy as main and dependent. Now, the main here to say Adriana is dependent near to say branch now and to say main applicant then move it from one section to another. They have to move with that branch. The branch cannot say, I am now on my own, and therefore the main tree can move, and the branch can be one. It doesn't work that way. This is normally, we can say it is basic for us to know. Say, the main applicant can move, and the dependent can remain on the old place, in the old sponsor.
No, yeah, I think, sir, we cried there, even the Bible, the Lord Jesus used as an example. So I am the stem of the tree, and you are the branches. You cannot be on your own,
You can't be on your own. Can't be on your own. So it's basic calculations. If the main applicant moves, the dependent must move with the main applicant. It is possible that the main applicant be an application first, but the dependent must also apply based on the main applicant and also become legal here. Men can say with the over not old one, so not the main applicant will be on another one. I don't want to use the word common sense. This one is not legal. It's not a matter of law. It's a matter of common sense. If the main moves, the dependent must also move with the main applicant. So that's the main. Now, how about let me look at the main again. There are some codes. Papa, assuming that another main applicant one company A and a juma. Nase company A no, and no necessarily one juma. Not main applicant are moving to company B. There are some instances the dependent cannot move with the main applicant.
Hey,
a lot of people get it very wrong because it is technical.
Okay.
Emrani shares a social appendix skilled worker of the immigration rules. Appendix skilled worker to the immigration rules. So OSHA paragraph 29.1a. Appendix skilled worker 29.9a 1A and 1B. As say, there are some codes. We have SOC 2010 and SOC 2020. We have SOC 2010, which the SOC 2020, the codes are 6135 and 6136. And then SOC 2010, we have 6145 and 6146. These are codes, the occupation codes, and every occupation code has its own job descriptions. Now, sir, if you move in this code, if you are in this code, you came with this code, and you are still moving to another company in this code, you are okay. But you move to another company in a different code, you are okay. But if it is the same code, then you cannot move with your dependent.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
In those situations, no, now anything.
In such a situation, you move to a sponsor that is not in the 6135, 6136, and 6145, 6146. You should not be in that code. Be in another code, another job description code, another employment code. Then you can continue to move with your dependent. That is, if you came to the UK before 11th of March 2024. That is when the rules changed. Okay, said, it says what do you call them? Care workers that cannot move with their dependents.
Yeah.
That is where it applies. These codes, 6135, 6136, 6145, 6146. These codes, if you came in this code and you are still working in this code, you can still move with your dependent. But if you move in, at least you are still under that code, you are still in with your dependent. But if you move from any of these codes to another code, you can, CAN, move with your dependent. But if you are still in these codes, which are senior care workers and home carers, then you cannot move with your dependent. This is technical. This is technical.
Wow.
And nonti amount for BI applications. Almost switch, dependence no you refuse you on because almost say you fall within these codes. Almost you identify yes, because maybe you did not take time to apply the codes and you didn't read the requirements very carefully. Let me take a bit of time to read it for you. Maybe that will help.
Yeah.
So we share appendix skilled worker SW 29.1A. Now, SW 21.1A and B, it says P must not have entry clearance. P must not have entry clearance or permission as a skilled worker sponsored for a job in. So you must not have entry clearance or a permission or entry clearance, permission in the UK in any of these codes. SOC 2020, occupation code 6135. Care workers and home carers, or 6136 senior care workers, or SOC 2010 occupation code 6145 care workers and home carers, or 6146 senior care workers. Unless, which means if you were in this code, it means unless P was granted entry clearance or permission as a skilled worker sponsored in the SOC 2010 occupation code 6145 care workers and home carers, or 6146 senior care workers under the rules in force before 11th of March 2024.
Yeah, wait there, and a news part to me. I never heard of this thing, sir. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And in effect, no, now say, Obia, or what this quote you.
Yes.
Now, what switch it to another job in the same code, no? The dependent, no, until we move with them.
That is the implication. And it goes on to say, and since the grant of entry or permission in A, B has continuously had permission as a skilled worker sponsored in one or more of the SOC 2010 occupation codes or SOC 2020 occupation codes, except where paragraph 39 applies. It means that if you came with 6135 or 6136 or 6145 or 6146, and you have continued to be a carer or a care worker, in these codes, you are okay. But if you move, it says unless you were granted before. So if you're a new person and you are granted in this code, this is where the dependents come in. Assuming that the main applicant is not able to move, and I want to flip, where the dependent now becomes the main, and it's the dependent work with this quota. Remember, he was not granted before 11th of March 2024, and
Okay.
therefore the main person cannot now become a dependent on the previous dependent.
Wow.
But what you say now?
Yeah, nas lawyer we dey feminist kakra. Say no yen share because say the dependent no now becoming the main dependent. No, by church kakra. Na yeah.
Go back to the main again before I come to the dependent.
Okay.
So it said, let me simplify it. If the main applicant was in the code of 6135, 6136 under SOC 2020 or SOC 2010, 6145 and 6146 before 11th of March 2024. And since they arrived, they have continued to be care workers in same codes, then the dependent can move with the main applicant. That is fine. It says unless the care worker continues to be working in the skill as a skilled worker, that is fine. I know it's a bit confusing, but I'm trying to break it down. Maybe I have to look at it again, maybe break it more into a more simpler way. But where the dependent, so say no person will switch, that dependent now, the main applicant, not the main applicant, but yet the dependent. The majority, you know what
Yes.
I now, remember, sir, anybody in this code, 6135, 6136, 6145, and 6146, should have been in that code before the 11th of March.
Right.
You should have been under that code before the 11th of March.
Right.
And it's a dependent no after 11th of March. Remember, so on only code. I think on no yet a main applicant. I issue no a code. I issue a Juma in this code. He has now become a main applicant with the code.
Right.
Which is after the 11th of March. And because of that change, the dependent who is now the main cannot have a dependent on them because their case was issued after the 11th of March 2024.
Right. I think that to make it simple, no. If you want to just go and see the lawyers, Wisemart Solicitors, because say our channel. So what I'm here I say I don't know a bit complex. Until when you the right they can say advisor, ubeko akwa tu sika egu, ne a refuse na afi won akwa chiro. Enti esra mo ambesa mo switch no. Wisemart for contact information is on your screen at the moment. Just take it, you can take a screenshot. Now so person will just switch ya because it says switching no are complex and yet simple sa biom. Your lawyer, Medasi, yento also.
Medasi biom. I'm said I need to explain it more, but let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So simply, there are some care workers are mobile before 11th of March. Some are still able to switch with their dependents. Some are not able to switch with their dependents. If coach way a chiwa, that would be a problem. Now, if dependent the person be a main applicant, say after 11th of March 2024, and you are in these codes, then the dependent our messages, cannot now have a dependent on them because the laws have changed. Other
Okay.
codes, yes, but this particular code, you cannot have a dependent on this code. That is
Right.
6135, 6136, 6145, 6146, which is SOC 2010 and SOC 2020. These codes are quite technical. Maybe there's somebody out there who is listening to me who has been caught by this clause, or somebody out there who is listening who has obviously been moved, which is not a problem. It means if you've been successful in moving or switching, it means that you have not been caught by these codes. But if you have not been, then probably you have been caught by these codes. It's a bit something, so please take a good look at it before you make a decision. There are some other codes. Yes, you can. There are some companies. A bit is a Bupa. Bupa is able to employ people to work in the care sector. Their codes are normally not this 60, 61, 35, 61, 66. 36 or 61, 45, 61, 46. Bupa is a big employer and younger, yeah, stranded with the employers. You can also look at Bupa, B-U-P-A. Google Bupa, contact them if there are vacancies all over the country. Probably they will have a sponsorship license that they can give you a COS. Now, what to me, Anya Ejuma, then you can move with your sponsor or with your dependent to that sector. BUPA, Bupa. They have been in the system for a very, very long time. They are credible care providers and they've been in the system for some time. So please look at that. How can you also switch? It's also possible to switch to individual employer and as a company. Look at Bupa. After Bupa, you can also look at the NHS and also possible so people can move to the NHS. A lot of times, Papa, now you pay shortcuts. Let me put it that way.
Whom you know, Saja, Yamanaka, Honti, because this the whole uncle will be able to apply straight away. And so,
straight away, very straight away. But not almost always your pet. We don't want to take the responsibility ourselves. Oh, and David, there are certain things you have to take it up yourself. Be proactive, do it yourself, take some risks, take some chances. Otherwise, and that is why and that is where take advantage, not will be exploited. So if you are stranded, go to the NHS website, go to Bupa, go and make your researches. You will be fortunate a company to switch to Sika Engu Kwa. So please, you can switch. Now, say, and yet to another care company, and now to Bupa or to NHS and Pua. There is a possibility, say, switch to another family route. Example, we are care worker, nasa uba so say, one uoba, say uoba, a British citizen. You can always switch from the care work to your child who is a British citizen. You can switch to Ubana or a British citizen. Now, it's to say you'll be under either the 5-year route or the 10-year route. On that basis, you are able to switch to the route, which is the family route. You don't have to be dependent on the family routes, on the care worker routes anymore. Now, remember, family route Niswa, you are free to move from any employment, from one job to another job. Whereas if you are on the care route, you are restricted to only that sponsor, that employer. You are limited. There's only so much you can do with that single employer. But if you're on the parent route, you are able to move to any job that you will be employed in. So,
I'm not over there. No question be about now. I think it has been asked before. Say, so a sponsored skilled worker, no. Let's say for a health and care, he cannot switch to another sponsor in a different sector. For instance, switching from a skilled worker sponsor to, let's say, an accounting company
IT
sponsor.
or something.
Is it possible or not?
It is possible, yes. It
Wow.
is possible. It may be a switch here from care worker to accountant because now
Wow.
the primary school was an accountant.
Okay.
Was an accountant back home, but I gave a bomono. And he has over 2 pounds with the unity as I said, Oba. Because I see or she said, and Yama go here, one shot,
Yeah.
into buy. But not can or any idea of it because not any one and a kuma.
Yeah.
And ultimately, on another accounting company, they were willing to give the sponsorship. And he switched.
Okay.
Switched. And because he switched to that code, which is not these care workers and senior care workers, he was able to switch with his partner.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. And then the mission lawyer.
So yes, it is possible to switch to an accounting sector. It is possible to switch to even maybe a minister of religion. If you are a pastor, or a pastor, Papa B. Now, someone say, I bear care.
Wow.
When you help another church, a church that has a sponsorship classes, but we want you to be a minister of religion. And he shifted from that to become a minister of religion in the UK. And now we are a care worker. Meanwhile, we are very good in IT. When your IT company there almost sponsorship license, we can shift from there to the IT company with sponsorship. It is possible, so you can move from different sectors to another sector. A lot of times we don't know. We just focus on the care. Now, one care to another care. Maybe I know that I common and but the
lawyer, and I be so. I think when I say it's misinformation or what, because by CSC, once you can only switch to another care sponsor, so you cannot, now say no limiting our restriction. So I think it's probably due to misinformation.
It is due to
or lack of knowledge. Is it misinformation or lack of knowledge?
Information that has been missed. And also, Papa, like they said, I'm first now. Sometimes we can do some initial reading ourselves. So what kind of basic information and some of secure advice, and if it doesn't tally with what you know, then that gives you some more in-depth knowledge. And if it tallies with what you understand after you've sought legal advice, then that helps you in making the decision. But majority of the times, we only run with yes. We don't know who's see. And that is the problem. And we have. Papa, a bit me frame it, no man to me law, no, say, it's okay, Matty, a hina, okay, a hina, no. And then you see who will be
Madame say. Yes.
Madame for be a money 2.5 years, or no, 2.5 years, near money 5 years, money indefinite straight, or no, maybe I 5 years, near mamma indefinite, Adensia, Miss Utin, oh, Madame for the sick. Near so, deny the year, and one catch one, or so, many buy here, but different situations, different conditions, and still on Ayana.
Yeah, and the papa gonna for your pay, no. Says a lawyer, hobby bisa, no, yes, say, a tip for. I think say, yes, and few, seek professional advice. See here, if you see 2 and a mombia, and no boy and pa, my avoid disappointment, ne a kahunu. I could walk, could chase, I can say, I refuse you now, feel now, where then. You can appeal, and as I'm going, says we refuse to cry. I somehow he said we give you 3 months to prepare and go home. Now, was so she in Tiabusia for a bank at SMDR. Just
60 days.
Hey, 60 days, mum. I said 2 months. Wow. In Tiabusia for Sewu here and Kata SMD. And ya dear say yet to not see cry, and then ya soon. Also, no idea, and say, be say, quiet, be say, prepare some be, so no, on Crata, some one say, a quantum Mudian Crata, some is like it's like your lifeblood. Inti my emfeniakro. Your lawyer, Medasi.
Madame Kubi, some years ago, Nipa Paya ambassador at the time. May he so rest in peace. At the time,
Right.
Nipa Paya ambassador, and Jenibane Eba Krumhano. When you know Kachirano, or Sister Udua. Number one thing I saw here, and it said, Ubaso to Grata.
And yeah, that was a good, the best advice.
Yes. Nipa Paya ambassador, now I Ghana's ambassador to one of these huge countries. I say, Udu UK. Number one thing you should do is sort Ukrata and Sana. You even think of coming back home. And based on that advice, or TA, and now they're sorting out. But people net, or that's what Danny Papa said, he gave him that advice.
Good advice.
So,
They're no correct.
because I said, yes, and yes, I walk from her, and if that's some if I and yes, it will be mine, so it will be mine, so. You can either switch to another care company, to a skilled worker route, Minister of Religion, and even possibly you can switch to become you could become a student.
Okay.
You could switch to become a student. As long as you are in the UK legally, you can still become a student. So to make sure tuition fee, the university gives you admission, COS, the CAS. That is a CAS letter, confirmation of acceptance to study letter. You are able to switch from the care to become a student. That is a possibility. You could even attempt to become a charity worker. It's possible. There are no restrictions on these things. I have said there is no such restriction says if you're a skilled worker, you cannot become a charity worker, or if you're a skilled worker, you cannot become a student. It's only restricted if you're a student, you cannot become a worker until and unless you finish your education. So yes, you can switch. You can switch to become a parent if you have a child. I've already mentioned that. So Ubania British citizen, you can switch. So Ubania British info, nothing. With this 7 years. One will from with this 7 years. And now didn't buy no wait not one for 7 years. And then so you can switch to become a parent on that child. And now say on your British, only 7 years, but okra indefinite leave to remain. Example, Edia Ubano, Nenana, and Nana, grandfather and grandmom, a EU national. Or no application of Abufana Manaba. Abufana for indefinite leave to remain. Wo any Abufani Papa and Mame. You are also here as a skilled worker. Sanyama and Koya, Ubano Wonchain. Okra indefinitely to remain. Switch to become a parent of that child.
Wow.
Yes, you switch to become a parent of that child under the UK immigration rules, not under the EU laws, but under the UK immigration rules. You have freedom. When you're 2.5 years now, it will cost you some money, but when you're 2.5 years now, it gives you the freedom to move from whatever job to whichever job you wish to be employed in. Whereas if you remain with the care company, you can only work with them and maybe do 20 hours elsewhere. So that is also another issue. So today, right now, the main focus is on carers, tier 2 workers, healthcare workers are more stranded. It is possible to switch, but be careful the code into which you switch. It is also possible for the dependent to switch, but again, be careful the code under which you switch for the main applicant to become the dependent, and the dependent becomes the main. Or you switch into another category where the dependent can switch with you. So that is what it is. Papa Menimsa, I talked about it. So I spoke about a topic the other time. Sir, who from her as we a care worker, what from her, what will when you couldn't buy an Obana. So Obana, if the parties are still married, Papa na wone ne buy no wone ne da so ware. Ansa na Obana akọwo ewo fufura. Abofra no eye wo kunu ne ba under section 50 subsection 9A of the British Nationality Act of 1981. Abofra no eye wo kunu ba. Now samu jaye.
Sir ubi akoto abana wafa afuru no na wawo no. The child belongs to the man on the marriage certificate, not the Biological father, no.
That's correct.
Lawyer, I said the man soon over.
Yeah, well, nothing that SSA over American swans and wow. And when I say, our nego, and there's a divorce certificate, and son here, Wabuprana, any Abuprana yet. Near to Abana, maybe.
Wow.
But
Wow.
Papa so marriage certificate, this is set or none or buy Kunoa. Any Abuprana, anybody.
Wow. Lawyer, we the man so change forever. Now, lawyer, we there. Maybe that last question. You know, me time no yeah.
10 minutes, we account. Don't worry.
Yo, yeah, it's about dependence, no.
Yes.
Sir, health and care worker visa, any dependent no more. Dependent no. Epese what in ho. Na ono aso ben na what in ho cry free. Main applicant no.
Yes.
Abra main applicant and the ono so that's what baby or no still working for the same sponsor no.
Yes.
But dependent be say what no free woman na ono so starting a whole life with and also how can they go about it?
That is pretty straightforward and easy. I mean, kind of sad. And
Okay.
dependent, yeah, or what the main applicant so that's if you're and say, dependent is look, I'm going my way. So on no side dependent, any sponsorship license from any of the sponsors, regardless of the code, because any or the dependents ever can or no is able to switch into any of the other routes without any problem. And to
Wow.
also share a sponsor, like I mentioned, Bupa, NHS, or any of the small care homes, or whether it is a big care home, as long
IT.
as they have the sponsorship license and they are genuine employers of it to me as which now will be fit the main applicant now also be a main to say on their own. So it is possible to do that.
Right, I think sir, I should highlight on this. A tip for sir, a question very brief. Bisa say, we will be dependent. Say, ubetimi ate wo ho na wo so wa switch it. On ape a sponsor now wo so be main applicant a wo de wo ho. Na ni pe redeem say eno ho. Bebre adwene say ye main applicant no nko an obetimi a switch it. No switch ya now wo dependent no so afa wadi na chi lawyer actually say there be wo dependent no wo betimi a switch on your own na so when you sponsor on be ma so COS now wo no be your main applicant yen hye no so me da say lawyer
Papa me that say Tisania Americano, it is possible to switch. There are other ways to switch, and we shouldn't get ourselves
restricting ourselves say into me right now lawyer switching seven no na application sika seven no not the same. Is it the same as say we new application and saying?
Well, now, almost kind of thankfully, the health and care for almost kind of endorse of it. I think it's a new application all the same, but they are not subject to paying, I think, the health care and some other overheads. And I think a year is 200 and something pounds, if I recollect very well. I can check it. We'll call the gov.uk site. Now we share skilled worker visa and how much it will cost them to apply. It's not too much. Let me just skilled worker or healthcare skilled worker visa. Okay, let's see costs. How much it will cost. Yes, I'm looking at how much it costs. Okay, so skilled worker, it says it will cost you it says pay the health surcharge. This is usually £1,035 per year. So you multiply it by the skilled worker.
Number of years.
Yes, let me look at the healthcare worker. This is just talking about skilled worker. Let me look at the healthcare workers.
I'm saying a bit lower. No healthcare for
the healthcare worker, how much it will cost, and not a year. How much it will cost? Yes, and no a year. Yes, it says pay the application fee. Support yourself when you arrive in the UK. Up to 3 years is 284 per person, £284 per person. And if it is more than 3 years, it is £551 per person. Also, sometimes they're not 3 years and they're not 5 years.
Yeah.
If it is up to 3 years, it is 284 per person. If it is more than 3 years, it is 551 per person. So, reasonably, and yet as bad as the IHS of 1,000 plus and additional fees plus the home office and then the legal fees. So this is what I have just sent from the gov.uk site in terms of cost.
The cost, no. Okay, lawyer, with the final minutes, no. You better say any update be about Opeso Boswa. Because you say update in the
Your updates, no, I think just one or two. I'll just summarize it. There's information from the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, FCD office from the UK, published on the 22nd of October 2024. As says, there's a new provider of visa application centers in Ghana. It says the visa application center provider changing to VFS Global, offering faster service for customers. Now, Ghanaians applying for visa to enter the UK will have to use the new center, VFS Global, from the 22nd of October 2024. It's a third-party visa supplier in Ghana, and they have taken over. Normally, you go to, or before you go to Movenpick, office now. Their office is now at the mezzanine floor, Grand Oyeman Building, South Liberation Link in Accra. The mezzanine floor, MEZZANINE floor, mezzanine floor, Grand Oyeman, GRAND, Oyeman, OYEEMAN building, Grand Oyeman building, South Liberation Link in Accra. Now with Google Map, they say there you can find your way there. Google Map will lead you there.
Right.
To say that is where you will just enter the address. I'm sure it will take you right there. Or if you have any app that can take you there, you can go there and supply your fingerprint and your documentations. I must say the fact that they have changed the center doesn't mean it will affect your application. And if you have started an application already, they will email you if this change would affect you in any way. So that is what they are saying, that they will email you if the change will affect you in any way, but it will not affect how much you have to pay. It will not affect how long the decision will take, and it will not affect the outcome of the decision. Whether or not the center has changed, that is not the issue. The issue is what documentations do you have to support your application. So that is what it is. So there's a change now. There's a change now in the visa application center. It's no longer going to be at Movenpick Hotel, but it's going to be at the Grand Oyeman Building, South Liberation Link in Accra. That is where we are. So that is for your information. And also, your Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, Okaya said he's not going to take people to Rwanda. But Wankasa, if your asylum fails, he won't take you back to your country. He will still take you to your country. He may not take you to Rwanda, but he will take you to your country. And Intimate Cancer, if you want to seek asylum, be very careful and be very sure that you have grounds to seek asylum. Otherwise, we do homework for Mawam. It will make it very easy for them to take you home because Omo person you put it down. Now one so I paid them about asylum. It makes life very easy for them, and then they just ship you out and then take you back. I heard recently that 40 Nigerians and 10 Ghanaians were removed recently with a charter flight. And the one hear noise, so conservatives want to hear noise. Labour the one hear noise. Someone do is cool.
Wow.
Labour will not make noise for people to start debating and arguing about it. They'll just carry out they just do what they have to do. Conservatives will just put it out there. People are talking, people are making noise, and then media come in and say, but Labour, if they want to take you home, they will take you home. So please, if you have any grounds, or if you're not sure if the asylum will succeed, please seek legal advice so that you don't go and expose yourself unnecessarily. That is for your information. And I'm also briefly to say, if you want to claim asylum, there should be grounds, either your race, your nationality, your religion, your political opinion, sexual orientation, this gay, lesbian, LGBTQ plus, etc., etc., etc. If you want to claim asylum, you have to fall within one of these provisions: 1, 2, 3, 4. Religion, fine. Race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or anything that puts you at risk, you have to fall within one of these catchments for you to be successful in an appeal. And you need the evidence. Without evidence, you'll be fighting a losing battle. So you need the evidence to support your application. Finally, update is we have to do with this e-visa, e-visa, e-visa. There's still confusion surrounding the e-visa. E-visa is not a Home Office application for Asitna, David. E-visa is only to update Asitna now what did or no electronically. So you create an account and you put your details on that. And that is what we call the e-visa. It's not your application to the Home Office. Masitnali be wanting to mom e-visa. It's not an application. It's not an application. It only means that time be about from 31st of December, we are no longer going to have any physical documents, but we will have everything electronically to support to prove our right to be in the UK. So therefore, the e-visa is an indication of physical documents now being moved to electronic system, no longer having any physical document to hold to hand. So that is it. That is the update with the e-visa. If you can't do it yourself, get legal advice, seek help. We will do it for you. We will help you to get it sorted so that you don't have to have any problem. We are EU and also EU settlement schema. You don't have to do e-visa because you already automatically been e-visa. Let me put it that way. You've already been e-visa. But if you have 2.5 years in the video, you have to do the e-visa so that your details will be captured there. Obi Sam saying to me, but as time goes on, about it said they'll capture your face, they capture your details. They said, and I own a British passport. So we'll do airport where you go to the e-gate.
Yeah.
You stand in front of the e-gate, you put your passport there, it scans it, it opens for you. Sesame, you go. Sesame opens, the sesame goes. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. It will scan your face to show that you are able to go through. If you're going out, it will show. If you're coming back, it will show. There's nothing to worry about. I'm sure as time goes on, we'll keep giving updates and we'll do also. They might take for us.
Yo. Yeah, I say, lawyer wisdom, pa no chechirimu, mama aboya mi ati ase. Yena dependent I person switch because dependent no main applicants ni bi no fa kwam bi so a obdwene ho a won ti ase. Ai obi si ai na me main applicant ejuma we nyina so this kind ba na me control me kire on yes obeti yes simbebre ya dance pa lawyer na me shira o tijame aduma next week so ye be mo makachi na ebriba mu a abeto ankomo no so. God bless you, sir. Have a great evening.
And you too. Bye-bye.
Right, for that was lawyer Wisdom, Wisemart Solicitors. I believe, sir. Yes, and then the program was for more dependent visas. No, lawyer just said there are so many options. Who as a dependent, no, ubiti me they are switching. No, what they will a free main applicant. No, the India and topic you buy and say, I think sorry, in be brave. Say main applicants will be a dependents when ni just a mojo baby any enti lawyer chim we dependent also obetimi ate wo ho the answer obinya sponsor no be ma COS wo as a dependent na fe wo abiti obabeye main applicant enti hye so if you need opese omoboa contact information is on your screen right now. Wisemart Solicitors, Unit 8 to 9, the Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, London, E8 3 Delta Lima. That is London Echo 8 3 Delta Lima. Office phone number 0208 016 5384. That is 0208 016 5384. And now our emergency number, which me from Lawyer Wisdom in Ekuta emergency mobile no. And that is 07931 411 042. That's 07931 411 042. From Ombebo. And we will take a message from Wisemart before we close the show for tonight. Please subscribe to our pages, YouTube and Facebook, and so that every time we come online, you will be notified. DJ Kbini. Also, you can download our radio app from the Play Store or the App Store. Just go there or go to our website, toponlinestation.com, and scroll down to the bottom of the page.
Ghana for our butcher, ya say then, Kenya emrenim for when a quarter war emrenimu, potokasemu, yakase a lawyer for Entiminiano, Mumian for immigration in seminar and could die one more. Wisemart Solicitors, Wisemart Solicitors, emrenimu could draw for Wisemart Solicitors. So what's now, Ombe Bwama Saka on Krata, Naswedi Dronsua, a Yomokokra, a banini passitnemu, any ejumemun sembia, Omudimwakotenipa, Omuomre, the many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchinie ebidi de biye.
Who's going to do my account and tax returns for me, cry?
Certified accountant. Certified accountant. Certified accountant.
They will help you with your account and tax returns.
Are you a medical driver, hairdresser, shop owner, or self-employed? Certified accountant. And I was working with Chapman. And then we say when you will be a bring accounts and tax returns more. Now bansa so more. Now who yacho. It didn't make for certified accountant. And the amount F accounts and tax returns, company accounts, bookkeeping, payroll services, charity accounts, and gift aid claim. As of for what 20 movement engineer certified accountants, safer tax planning, business advice, company registration, and many more. And if you watch company or Chiwakasa, now what the hotel bro, what is the Capudio Subabro no Bushian, certified accountant. Say a better straight from the dia. What 20 construction workers, agency workers, relief security workers, bank nursing staff, and then we are Juma our temporary workplaces in India. Monfrano, no one using Capudio Mama. But the other crowd say HMRC4 at the Cabra work. What me wow a trim and yes as well. What is so crowd? Address 160 London Road, Barking, IG11 8BB. Telephone 0208 226 4933. Mobile 079 568 045 17. Certified accountant. Me hu mama me hu atwa me. Mudi mpuntio aba maduma yi.
This is Top Online Radio UK, the top Ghanaian radio station in the UK. Hailing from the eastern corridors of London, we bring you news, views, music, interviews, trending issues, and what have you. Tune in to us 24/7 on our free mobile radio app. Download our free app from the Play Store and the App Store. Just search for Top Online Radio UK. Download the free mobile app and tune in to us 24/7. We stream our programs live on Facebook and YouTube. Just find us on YouTube and Facebook by searching for Top Online Radio UK. We welcome your views, comments, critiques, suggestions, etc. Just get in touch on our station line 079 029 44398. That's 079 029 44398. If you are interested in working with us as a radio presenter, a radio host, or a radio panelist, do get in touch and let's talk. Call us on 079 029 44398. If you want to advertise on our radio, just get in touch and let's talk. 079 029 44398. If you want to sponsor any of our programs, get in touch and let's talk. Top Online Radio UK, the top Ghanaian radio station in the UK.
Do you need a professional website for your business, organization, or e-commerce store? Look no further. Compassion Web Design Limited is your number one-stop shop. We are a team of marketing, graphics, and web designers with over a decade experience in building and maintaining websites. Our products are very user-friendly, search engine optimized with multiple user permission levels, and are built with PHP and MySQL database. For more information, visit our website www.compassionweb.co.uk or call us on +44 0208 528 3077. Compassion Web Design, your professional web design partners.
Ghana for our butcher, ya, say then, Kenya emrenim for when a quarter wo emrenimu, poto kasemu, yakase a lawyer for, and Timiniano, Mumian for immigration in seminar, and could die one more. Wisemart Solicitors, Wisemart Solicitors, emrenimu could draw for Wisemart Solicitors. So what's now, Ombe Bwama Saka on Krata, Naswedi Dronsua, a Yomoko Kra, a Banini Passitnemu, any Ejumemun Sembia, Omudimu Akotenipa, Omu the many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For enquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07946 772 439. Call our 24/7 line on 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67 76 149 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye.